Juggermorph.
CDEC going for a pretty
Jug
safe
feels
draft here.
mega
right? This
underwhelming.
is like a.
But this
Pretty
is
standard.
weird, though, because it means it's like 2 of these 3 heroes are support, right? Or are you
Oh, on
carry?
Aster.
Are you safe laning Lesh right now?
Yeah.
They could. People have been doing
Into
it.
Centaur? All right.
Maybe.
Okay.
They need a. Is Kunkka enough setup? Do you want a little bit more setup if you're Aster? Probably, right? You got Lesh stun and you've got cold feet.
What? What you breathing?
Bristleback.
Ooh.
Sorry. That was yeah.
What was that? Were you upset about something?
No.
This is so
He was
good.
thinking
No.
about gods.
Is that?
just
Yeah.
we got him on the topic,
like-
and then he just phased out.
I know, and I just immediately begin
Al,
fuming.
let me take your pulse. How many coffees have you had?
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys.
Bristle should do pretty well against Wraith King. It's all
Yeah.
physical damage.
He's a hard counter to Wraith King because you kite him very easily as well.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's Bristleback backlaning, though. A lot of the Bristlebacks we saw in SCA were just doing the backlaning thing.
Really?
Double up 2 waves, and then just quill spray it down along with the...
Why don't they just win their lane, though? I don't
Because there's a lot of farm to be had by just securing every CS.
Yeah, but you could
Like, it was
get CS and kill the hero.
Bristleback was backlaning, and then the other hero was like stacking and stuff for him as well. Or it
Yeah.
was a hero that could help him contest, so it was like a Chen plus a Bristle. Bristle would like farm a whole bunch. We even saw one game where the Bristle died, and then the Chen like kept the wave there and just teleported him back in, and he went right back to what he was doing. So
It just feels like you have such a problem in the draft right now with CDEC. You have there's no mid that I can think of that turns Bristle around, and there's no anti-BKB whatsoever.
You need like a
yeah.
Patrick Swayze type hero.
Like, no, you can also beat it if he's not backlaning. You can beat him in lane 2, and if he gets a little
That's
bit
true.
behind in terms of farm levels, then it's really hard for Bristle to catch up.
Dirty Dancing, like he's, you know. Nobody puts baby in a corner, just like nobody's putting CDEC's draft.
Well,
Man,
the
I am
OD
not
and,
having the
the
time
OD
of
and
my
Razor
life.
bands make a lot of sense in the context of what they then went for, right? Both
Agreed.
are both
Purge's
are good against
expression
Kunkka.
right here tells it all.
He's thinking. He's deep in contemplative thought.
What? No, I'm just kidding. I was listening.
He's about to give us the insight. Purge. What have you formulated? What is your Zach Galifianakis thought? You know, with all you got all the numbers flying around. What have you
I was
figured
thinking
out?
about that Mafia game that Kyle threw again.
No.
With
What?
Boba.
Oh no, I shouldn't have mentioned
Oh.
Mafia. What have I done?
Purge.
I
A
should've-
new
I
patch
should've
came
known
out, and
better.
we've all got 6 hours of free time.
I'm going to sleep, dude. What are you talking Maybe later.
Like right now.
I'm sober. I'm going to bed. I'm driving home.
Lark band.
Wait,
Okay.
you have to drive home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh.
driving tired is like worse than driving drunk.
Well, good thing I'm only a little drunk. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't they cancel each other out?
Don't drive drunk.
No.
Please-
Please don't take
please
anything
think
I'm saying right now
responsibly.
seriously.
Okay.
Ugh. How far away
Um,
do you live from here?
It's an hour.
What?
Can
Yeah.
you?
Yo,
It was
per-
my choice.
What do you listen to in the car?
Golly.
Podcast? What
Yeah.
podcasts?
The Daily by the New York Times is
Okay.
excellent. It covers lots of broad topics. Stay tuned with Preet. It's really good. And what's the other one? Hidden Brain is excellent too. Talks about like psychological things.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's very cool. Those are my 3
Nice.
picks.
Do you just have to like?
Well, my favorite podcast is
Oh.
a bunch of dudes drinking while they play Dungeons and Dragons, and you're expanding your mind.
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess so.
Right. What's the name of that D&D podcast?
I actually can't remember it.
Oh dang. I'm sure someone will let us know. Okay, Sven coming in as the final pick.
Okay, you needed
Venomancer.
magic damage.
All right,
right?
this is like
It's the big problem.
a theoretical answer to the Sven. Sometimes you kite him a little bit.
Is this a support Kunkka or Lesh?
It's-
Kunkka,
No,
right?
it's Baboka Lesh. So
Yeah,
Oh, really? What?
yeah, you can look down. You can look at the.
it's most like I was
No.
gonna say, you pick Kunkka for the mid lane here. I don't know.
I like so Aster wants to win. They've got like a 20-30 second window in which they win fights. You know, the boat, the Sven ulti, CDC. They've got a kite. It's tough.
What are
I
you
don't
talking
know.
about? I think Aster straight up won. This is
Right?
Yeah.
It does feel like I like Aster's draft a lot. I think they have an easier time dealing damage.
They've got 3 melee heroes though, and if Venom gets the Poison Sting,
Sting
movement
talent.
slow talent, it's so good. It's like 20
Yeah.
some %.
But they don't
True.
need blinks. That's the thing. I like Venom a lot more when you've got a bunch of blink daggers you're going to be canceling all game.
You think
And
Sven doesn't have a blink?
he can just go for like the Mask of Madness S&Y build or something like that.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut you.
It's gonna
damn
spend
mouth.
4,000
we are
gold
we are
for
at
30
that
movement speed.
point in the
Come on.
evening.
I've heard more F-bombs from Kevin than I've heard from from him ever before.
And you finished that
Isn't
point.
that like a paradox or something?
I don't know.
Mwah.
So who's
Need
going to
a
win,
whiteboard
guys?
to understand that
Push the
sentence.
Look,
damn
it's the
button.
last game. No, hold up.
No, we're not.
Very,
Look at
very
the odds.
even
Look at the
odds.
odds stream. But what do you guys think? And I want the chat to get involved too. I want
He's
you to
lying.
raise your hand and put a 1 in the chat. Do both of those. I'll know if you don't do it. If you think Aster's going to win. And put your hand in the air and a 2 in the chat if you think CDEC's going to win.
I'm not sure, dude. Maybe CDEC. Maybe I got them.
Purge?
I want a Veno.
I kind of believe in Venomancer,
I
but
want him to buy
I'm
an
not sure.
X, and I want Wraith King to have a Radiance.
I
I want
don't care
everyone
what
to just die.
you want, bitch. I want you
And I want Arc
to
Warden
pick a
to-
team that's
Dare
going to
you.
win.
And I want Arc Warden to not be a hero. It's God, save us.
What?
The game hasn't started yet. Okay, there we
There we
go.
go. We're in.
That was good. The triple ding, quad ding.
I'm a little bit afraid of this Bristleback. This was a super premium hero in SCA, and we haven't really seen it a whole lot in China, so I don't know what is going to be happening here. Aster with a smoke out early on.
I am not a big fan of this Immortal. The
Which-
Piston Impaler,
Oh,
Oh.
Bristleback has, his Immortal's not great.
neither are. He's got that one cool set where it looks like he's wearing armor, though. You know that one?
Oh,
Where it's like
yeah,
a gladiator.
yeah.
That one's so sick.
The Immortal helmet that he has as well is also, I think,
The look
pretty
cool one
bad.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want him to look cool, not like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
steampunk
Weird.
Bristleback.
all right,
Yeah.
well, Centaur, he wanted some retaliate stacks. He's going to get them in a way that he perhaps wasn't expecting.
Well,
But
that
that's
actually
8,
wasn't bad.
9. Okay.
Not bad.
All right. Was that more value than going for the tower? I think it was
Quite possibly.
more stacks for the same amount of damage.
Because they dispelled the cold feet is what happened. So that's why
Yeah.
he was so fine after Oracle nailed him. So
Yeah. Are they actually just going to... So who's rotating to bottom here? Traditionally, Rubik is more of the position 4, but we do sometimes, and quite frequently these days, see the position 5 player playing with the offlaner. So... Baboka's
Wait.
checking if there's a ward mid. Okay.
oh god, that poison sting slow is 29% when you get it, because it's a 12% slow from the 15.
I don't know why everybody started going the Gale impact, but I think the Poison Sting talent is.
I've been
is
getting that
sick.
talent the whole time, like literally since I started playing.
And when did
Since
you
it-
start?
Since it was added. Yeah.
The poison sting slow talent, it's so good.
Oh.
It's when you think about it in terms of like how many levels it's worth. It's because each other level is what 2%,
Yeah.
so get an extra 12. You don't get any more damage or duration or anything. But do you think he plays? Is he going to play the Plague Boards build in lane? I imagine that's pretty annoying for Kunkka to deal with, actually.
You definitely max Sting, pretty sure.
Okay.
It's just so value. Like, you click on the skill real quick. The amount of damage this ability does is just pure harass is insane.
Yeah. It's kind of like Scorched Earth has the same kind of factor where the duration and the damage both
Yeah.
go up, so the
Yeah.
total damage becomes pretty ridiculous pretty quickly.
Especially if you're laning against a melee where you just don't have to worry
Oh, hey,
about just
the
clicking.
ghosts. All right. Oh, I don't think Baboka got that.
I know he didn't get that.
Yep. Oh, because he still got 0 CS.
Yeah.
It's a good call.
Wow, Oracle. I'm telling you. How does he do it?
Okay, well, he's got enough mana to do this a little bit, but doesn't have another mango, so now he actually just has to CS these. I feel like XXS has not started with the right item build for this strategy. I think you're supposed to get maybe more mangoes. There's no way that he's supposed to be walking around with this, like, 80 HP creep wave chasing after him.
Yeah.
I think you're supposed to just backlane until you get enough gold for bottle, and then you either die or something. They drag another wave, but Wraith King farming pretty nicely, and this Oracle keeps dragging the ghosts into the lane. Gion just getting clicked. Yeah. 1-2. No
Although
plague
Kunkka
wards yet.
CS is just fine.
For now.
Yeah, that's the question.
It's gonna continue to get worse. Level 1 Gale is so bad. This ability does garbage damage. It deals damage every
75.
3 seconds.
It's a 75 damage nuke. It's not the worst.
Okay, he's got his bottle. He dies. They don't actually get that much each. They each get half of that. That's something that should be fixed
You just
in
gotta
the,
kill
him.
the summer.
Oh, that was really
Yeah.
close.
Also, the other
Kunkka's
one-
dead. Oh, he
Oh,
TP'd to
man.
the tier 2?
Oh no.
He got Galed and Poison Sting, and he
What?
got his TP off, but he TP'd to the
Oh.
tier 2 where his courier was, for some reason.
Oh man, that was that just.
Why did he do that?
That's like lane over for him, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, the Venom's been really aggressive this whole time, like constantly. Yeah, he did get 2 Gale, 2 Poison Sting, and 2 Gale.
Yep.
Level 2 Gale
That's
does
the build.
250 damage.
Yeah,
That's
you
a
wanna talk
huge
about-
skill. or
you want to
damage
talk
upgrade.
about a spike from level 1 to level 2.
Yeah.
All right, CDEC, same as their first game here in the Tiebreakers, coming out hot in the laning stage.
Yep, three lanes all winning. This is
How
this
to
is the
win Dota.
Centaur factor, man. This hero is so insane. I mean, Veno versus Kunkka mid is definitely Veno favored, but it's just kind of crazy that this Centaur hero just consistently will body the off lane.
He's
Every
like
game.
I mean, Centaur with Retaliate, it's like the new clock SF. Where you like...
Except you only need
Yeah,
one hero.
yeah, you only need one hero, exactly.
Okay. Well, Wraith King just CS and fine under the tower. Already picking up a point in Vampiric Aura. He's got an early Bracer just to tank a little bit more. This seems pretty value. XXS. All right, now he's got his bottle. If he gets lucky, 4-minute rune might spawn bot. Does not get lucky. But they didn't. Okay, I don't think that maybe they tried to block it and it got dewarded, but I really don't think that Aster are playing this bottom lane correctly. Baboka getting slowed down, gonna stun. Wants the skeletons off of him, but it's just a bit too late.
I don't know about this support Lesh, guys. I feel like we might not have talked about it enough.
I don't
Yeah.
think... I'm not... I don't... You were like one of the champions of support Lesh.
Yeah. And
Why
what
do
am
you
I
hate it
doing
here?
now?
Oh,
'Cause he
okay.
learned.
All right. I think you just won that argument.
No, it's just you're too squishy in this game. Like, look at the, you don't. Lesh needs time in fights to deal damage,
Right.
Yep.
and you can't do that against these big beefy strength heroes as a support.
Yep. You have to be close range to utilize arguably your best damage skill, your ultimate. Otherwise, you're just a stun. Why not be a
Alright,
Lena
it's
or
time to
something?
punch on. Kama, do you actually want to commit for this bouncer? And he gets it, but
Oh
is it
my
going to cost him
God.
his life? Oh, looks like he'll survive. Okay.
Wraith King gonna die bottom.
Nice job,
He was
Kevin.
he was fighting over for the bounty rune.
Just
They
got
got a lot
stacked
of.
up a bunch.
I got a bunch of goose stacks. It got dispelled by the Oracle, but they ended up just ground stunning him to kill him when he went for the second one. So
And once again, CDC just crushing the lanes. This
Yeah,
is
really far
this is
ahead.
out of control.
I mean, Kunkka basically has to jungle because when he came to lane, like XM has been moving really well, like weaving in and out, constantly attacking the Kunkka. He brought himself 2 salves as well, pretty early on. Like the courier came out, brought the first sign, and went back, grabbed 2 salves, came back, just so Veno could trade so much and basically offset any regen advantage that Kunkka could get
Oh,
himself.
and because the thing is, Kunkka's had to buy a lot of regen too, but he's not getting CS.
Kunkka Xing himself.
Oh
To
God.
go in here.
Kunkka's net worth 1768. Veno's got 2,500. So he's like 700 net worth ahead.
And the
This-
Veno's still just getting. The Veno's got
6
17
minutes.
denies.
700 net worth at 6
Yeah.
minutes.
He's holding his skill point too, in case he wants to skills ultimate.
Phase
Now-
boots.
he can go lots of different ways now.
Alright,
Can
so
get plague wards or whatever.
Baboka's not going to be going bottom anymore. It comes top to try and make something happen, but not very successful. Bottom lane, XXS is just playing in the lane now. The lane cutting is no longer happening.
It's come to my attention that I haven't been appreciating the best Twitch chat comment per break, like I promised.
Oh yeah,
Did it
yeah.
one time.
And
What's lay it
a
on?
shout out
Oh.
to whoever said Nahaz looks like a discount Sean Connery.
Oh, that's a deep discount. Holy.
Is that even an insult, though? I mean,
No, it's a huge compliment. It's
Are they
like
trying to say you look dead?
it's basically a
Sean
five-finger
Connery's not
discount.
dead.
Shut up. Sean Connery is
Is he still alive?
any being compared to Sean Connery in whatever manner. I'll take it.
yeah. Tell me about it.
Isn't he dead,
Venomancer's
though?
behind the tower.
I thought he was dead.
No.
Who's dead? Sean Connery?
Let me check.
I don't know.
Well, I can tell you what's dying, and that's Aster's chances of moving on to the playoff stage
Got
of the
him.
bracket if they can't
Oh,
recover
Kyle.
after an abysmal laning phase.
You should be a Dota caster.
Tell me about it. I'm still trying.
He appears to be alive.
Of course he's alive. Did you really not believe it?
He
Did
appears
you
to be
actually
alive.
Google that shit?
Yes, his Wikipedia said he was just born. That's all. He's not anti-born yet.
Ooh, boy. All right. All right. Sure. Why not?
Alright, so what's the Kunkka build this game? You've had a bad start, so seems like Radiance is probably off the table.
One
Sven's
bracer.
your-
Say
Sven's
that,
your
but
actual
that's what we
carry.
saw earlier.
That's true.
We saw Kunkka way behind go bracer, double bracer into Radiance,
And
it looked
that
pretty
immediate
good.
fight did like 7,000 damage.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
He's queuing up Spirit Vessel on Venomancer.
Did I
Typical
get you
build.
sick too, Basskip?
No. I was sick when I got here. I've gotten over it for the most part. I still have a little bit of like a.
Is this really a vessel game for Veno?
It's
Um,
always a vessel game.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
good.
that really disappoints
Okay.
me personally. I wish
Okay.
it was more flexible, but it makes a lot of sense because you do so much damage over time that
And it's
preventing regen
also-
is just makes your kill
Yeah.
potentially easier.
You also look at the team. Who's going to pick one up if not him? And in addition, you want Vessel. You're playing against Sven. You're playing against Bristle. Like
Yeah.
you want a
Yeah.
Vessel.
All right. It gets Bristle
And
fair
Kunkka,
enough.
actually. Yeah.
I mean, basically all their heroes are going to be high HP with some regen. So
I also
It's
like
not bad.
having like more lethal dots.
Yep.
Especially
they
against the
yeah.
boat buff as
that's a
well.
good point.
Like the boat buff, everyone's gonna tank through a lot of the Veno ulti with the boat buff, and
Yep.
then you just need to make sure that you have those
And-
lethal dots on them at the very end.
It's actually kind of sick, right? Because if you have boat buff, you take half damage or whatever. So while their health is higher on average, you're going to do a little bit more damage
Oh,
with Spirit
cute.
Vessel anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, I also
TPs.
it covers 3 of the big weaknesses of Veno. You don't have much sustain, you need health, and you love having some more move speed because
Yeah.
good lord,
They're
he's
gonna go
slow.
Oh, they want the Venomancer. They are TPing in to try and help him out. He gets the Poison Nova out onto a couple. He's quite tanky. 1, 2, 3. Wants to help him. He's going to get this stomp out. They try to save him with the
that's
Edict. It's not going to be
big
enough, but
kill.
here comes the turnaround. This is Venomancer gameplay at its finest. You get ganked, but then you just turn it right back around
So I
from
mean,
beyond the grave.
That
They
poor man.
all just died.
Yeah, oh, God. Oh, really?
He might go down, but he's taking you with him.
Well played indeed, XM.
So check the damage dealt and
Yep.
2,500
Yo,
for
my.
Veno.
Okay.
So 1 Gale, 1 Nova, and 8 Plague Wards. Whatever that means.
Yeah, from wherever it started counting that fight, it was
What's that game where you try and like make? Is it just
Rock,
Plague
paper,
Inc.
scissors.
or
Plague
something?
Inc. or something.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you're playing when you load up a game as Venomancer.
That game's annoying. I always end up with 4,000 people in Greenland.
Yeah,
F you, Greenland.
that's rude. Do you know that the Vikings intentionally misnamed Greenland and Iceland because they wanted people to stay away from Iceland because it was awesome?
It sounds like something that was made up.
So, if you go to, I actually recommend it. If you go to Orkney, the northernmost part of the British Isles,
Okay.
there are just these Neolithic sites all over the place. It's actually super cool. You can just walk around, and
Alright.
it's just the Stone. And then you go to Highland Park and take Scotch, and that's cool too. But there are these Stone Age tombs that were broken into
Mm-hmm.
by Vikings that were marooned on the island.
Mm-hmm.
And they were blown ashore winter storms, and they broke into these mountains to survive. And there's runic graffiti that's 1,000 years old, whatever. And
Round 2.
it's literally
He doesn't
like
have the Poison Nova this time around, though, but he does have the Edicts to keep him alive through some of this damage. And now the Stampede, he gets out. 1, 2, 3 is
Nice.
looking for Q, slows him down, stomps him. Doesn't have any retaliate stacks, but I don't think he needs him to get this kill.
Wow, that was
XM
so
still
close.
kiting. XXS, what can he actually do? They will lose the Oracle in the backlines. Baboka chasing him down. Does have a stun off cooldown. He's quelling blading his way through the trees. They find him now, but he's got the Pulse Nova damage coming out. Still a decent amount of mana. They get the lift back. XM hoping for the slow. He will get caught by the Torrent. They don't even need it to finish that kill. Bristleback not facing the right way, and he does get
We
crit
know
down
how that
by
story
Eve.
ends. Man.
No, I don't actually. Could you continue?
Yeah, I want to hear about the graffiti.
The runic
The
graffiti.
punchline is they've translated it, and it's literally Sven was here for good time. Call Helga. Bathroom graffiti has literally not changed in 1,000 years.
Interesting.
I found it hilarious.
Well, I'm sure many of the people listening in chat also.
There
are
is a
very
lot
happy.
of cool story bro going on in chat. There's a lot of Bob Ross in chat right now.
If you'd like Nahaz to keep telling stories, please put a one
Please
in the
close
chat.
the stream.
And if you're not sure, if you'd like Nahaz to keep telling stories and you want him to tell some more just so you can get a feel for it, put a 2 in chat.
What does Resident Sleeper in the chat mean?
Yeah.
That means that you'd love to go to sleep and you'd like to get a bedtime
You want a
story.
bedtime story.
of
There
course.
you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, they keep coming here with this bristleback.
Yeah, they do. Does he have a hood yet?
How
He
many
really
times
needs
do
a
we need
hood.
to teach you this lesson, old man? All right, what can they do? Stun him. Venomancer comes over.
that's a
Team's not
missile.
going to help him.
Use a 1v5.
Something. Definition of insanity. There's your hood.
Venom wanted the response kill. He's like, see how you like it getting ganked by 5 people for once? And now they're just going to death push, I guess? All of them?
Man, you guys remember that crazy epic 90-minute game we had earlier today? That was 6
Unfortunately.
hours.
Oh, hey, check it out.
That was 7 hours ago.
Check it out.
Oh my.
Baboka got the tower.
Nice job. They
Wait,
weren't going
did
to
he-
get it otherwise.
Where did he cut his way in?
I think he just
Oh
ran
my
through.
God!
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Check out the prison tunnel. He came- he came- this is the Shawshank Redemption.
Oh my. Andy Dufresne.
He cuts the wave, too, to slow down
And
the
then where
push.
does he go
Okay,
next?
yeah.
Straight to the mid lane.
Check it out.
Rubik's chilling.
Let's go.
See, he wants to steal edicts.
All right, Baboka, here we go.
What is he? Why is he doing it here? I don't understand.
Is he gonna? I
He
think,
actually has the quality.
Isn't this going to give vision when he?
yeah, when he
cuts-
cuts, when he
We're gonna
pops
find
through
out.
here.
Or is
Yeah, I think so.
Is he trying to like let his heat go down right now? He wants to go back down to like
Gotta
a 1
lower those
star.
stars.
He's got like 4 stars.
Yeah, dude.
The police choppers are out.
I mean,
He's still in here.
You know. If he hits the tower one more time, the military shows up.
it's kind of bonkers to think that like just.
All right, he sees the bottom. They see him. They see everybody going
Oh,
for
it's
his
all a
bristleback.
bait. It's all
The
just a
bristleback
bait.
is creating space so that he can take this tower.
Should all chat baited suckers.
They popped ult for that.
Wait,
too.
he's
still
healing
alive.
off the purifying flame.
Is he? He's not going to live. Is
I
he?
He is.
can't
He is
believe
living.
this.
He's.
He is a living
No,
boy.
he's dead. No, he's alive.
He is the boy who lived.
That was crazy, Tanky.
And Baboka.
Magic resist is value.
Baboka get mid tower.
He did, yes.
You
And now he's getting
cannot be
bounties?
serious.
Baited and outsmarted.
Oh God. They've actually clawed their way back into this. 2K gold is not nearly as bad as
Yeah,
it
I
could
mean
be
the,
in
ne-
15
the net
minutes.
worth is
I
staying
thought
level.
it would be 5K.
They have the
by now.
XP lead.
Sven's just been farming this whole time.
I mean, this game is ridiculous.
All right, Baboka's at it again. Oh, he's coming over to the other side so they don't suspect as easily.
They pinged it though.
Oh my
I don't
He's
think that's not
sneaky.
far enough. It doesn't work.
He's just gonna go for it.
I think he's just going to go for
he's
it.
just gonna go for it.
Gotta wait for the
He's
creep
got,
wave
yeah,
to
he's
go.
got to wait for the creeps.
He knows, dude. He's got X-ray vision.
Dude.
Baboka. Oh, he's doing it! What a boss! What a boss!
All right, this is actually insane. He got 3 tier 1
He got-
towers by himself.
Does he get out?
No.
Does he get out? Does he get out? Oh, what a god!
Alright.
What a god!
Tip him.
Alright.
Come on, team.
What
Come
even-
on.
Come on, team. You got any
Team.
tips left? Aster?
This is actually
This
just
man has single-handedly
Get that
closed
guy
the
some
network.
Uber Eats.
I
network
haven't
lead.
seen blatant thievery like that since I watched the 4th Harry Potter movie. And he just hopped up on the broom, swiped the egg, and just
Shut
dipped
up,
out
Kyle.
of
Shadowblade Kunkka. I'm a little bit worried about the Kunkka and the Bristleback right now.
there. Kevin's so disappointed. He's so
I was trying to
disappointed.
remember Harry Potter
He's
plot.
not
I
mad.
was
He's
like,
disappointed.
swiping.
Where's Cap?
So there's,
when you
there's
need
been
him?
so many movies.
I witnessed his internal dialogue, and all I feel now is shame.
Well, they see the Wraith King. They don't want the Wraith King.
Did you see the movement? They started a petition or a GoFundMe to get the woman that played the nun that like rang the bell in Game of Thrones, going
Yeah.
shame.
Shame.
Yeah.
But they wanted him
Shame.
to follow the writers. to say this.
That's a hard ass dude.
Oh God, what an idea! I love the internet, man, and I love the community. Shout out to all you guys watching. Still, I don't know if
I don't know
any of
what
you
you're
have been here the
thinking.
whole time, but whew,
Well,
we appreciate.
still chasing. TPs are coming in. 1, 2, 3 is just trying to force TPs. I don't think they're actually getting this kill, but they know that they forced some heroes over here. What's the item timing for CDC? Just as
Yeah.
Radiance? It's coming up soon.
Yeah.
This is one of these free farm Wraith King games.
I gotta say,
He's doing great.
the support Lesh, I don't care if all he does from now on is feed. 3 tier 1s,
Yeah.
it was worth it.
You questioned
I
it.
see why they was
Oh,
paid.
no,
Boca, man.
Conka.
Yeah.
X
you're
marks the
sad.
spot.
You're
They know
sad.
exactly where he's going. And they even uses the boat here. I mean, it's a pretty low cooldown. It actually has the same cooldown as his death timing. What do you know? A little bit of lockdown on the Centaur, but he actually just walks out of the Ice Blast. Baboka over in the trees. XXS
Yeah,
already
he's
being
already-
vesseled. They pop the Poison Nova. 1, 2, 3 looking for more. And Baboka, what can he actually do? Damage from the high ground from Q, but James still has this X marks the spot. Baboka forced to TP his way out. Is he even surviving in the fountain? Yes, he will be. He's trying to bring back XXS. Turns his bristly back to them, but he finds the opportunity. XM's hitting him in the face, and he is dead.
They can't fight still. Sveno's so strong. And the wards give
even
tons of
with
vision.
pipe,
Yeah.
it just doesn't matter.
It's just too much damage. Now with the Radiance, they have so much AoE. I think you need like another 2 or 3 items on every core on Aster just to be able to sustain the
Do you
fights.
buy another pipe?
I still don't think XXS played this game properly. Oh, XM. Alright. Needs a bit of help, but there is a lot of damage here. I don't think he's surviving.
What do you want XXS to do differently?
I want him to start with more mangoes and like get his bottle faster,
Yeah.
back lane for longer. I think he's not.
Yeah.
I don't think he's
Yeah.
supposed to be like this low down on the net worth. He's supposed to have a super fast like Vanguard hood and just
I
have
would
that
agree.
that timber saw like unkillable factor.
Yeah, I expect this, except he can get Warpath stacks and hit buildings.
Yeah,
Yes.
but like
Whereas
you can
Timber
do that
can't.
while being ahead also.
Yeah,
Like-
but I just don't think he's supposed to have such a middling.
No,
Lane
I'm
range.
I'm
Yeah.
saying unlike I'm saying he
Yeah, yeah,
unlike
yeah.
the Timbersaw can capitalize on
True,
the lead.
true.
Um,
But I just see this hero like he's never gonna climb out from this position on the net worth chart this game, right?
oh
Like-
no, yeah, that's the problem with Bristleback is that he's not.
He's good with farm, but
Yeah.
he doesn't act.
And he's not.
Unless
He's,
he has
and he's
space.
horrible as a catch-up hero.
for sure.
Like he has to be in. It's the same problem we talked about with the Leshrac. He has, except worse. He has to be flat in the middle of fights.
Yeah. And I don't like. He was picked seeing 4 enemy heroes, right? Or was he picked seeing? Was it seeing 3? I know that the
think it was
Venomancer
4.
has made his game way harder, but I just think this was supposed to go better.
I'm looking forward to Venomancer purchasing an Aghanim Scepter eventually.
And getting the Poison Nova duration talent. God, it's so much damage.
It is, but
It's like
the spell lifesteal one also looks bonkers to pass up. So you know how much damage you
Tank
do with your
through
ulti.
everything.
If you hit
Yeah.
like the whole enemy team with it, you're actually gonna
Yeah,
kill
that's
them.
true.
But I guess there's a.
I know
there's
it's
an
gonna
A.
sound weird, but like, does he even need to live? He just gets Nova off, and
Yeah, just like
everybody
Ags
dies.
blink, just go in and
Yeah.
just drop it. Oh, Rubik still got X marks the spot, but only for a couple of seconds. They're looking for something. They do have a pipe now on the Centaur. Yeah. To me, the big thing is just like the Bristleback and Centaur have like the same net worth. They both have similar items, but which hero would you rather have on your team?
Oh yeah.
It's Centaur every
No
day of the
question.
week.
Nice
Jump
BKB.
in. All right, BKB comes out. Centaur does have the Stampede to be able to disengage. What do they got? And they're going to try and save him with the Fate's Edict. The boat's not going to do
The
any
neutral.
damage. They've got the Torrent locked down. They're coming in. There's the Gale coming through. Another X. 1, 2, 3 is low, but not dead just yet. Getting purged. Stun thrown back the opposite way by James. XXS. Can he actually commit to this fight? Looks like they just have to let them go.
It's the second or third A alt missed, and when you have the net worth, It's this low. You really need to connect on these blasts.
Are they really going to fight this Shrine? Is this really... They're not even going to let him get there, apparently. They've already popped it, and XXS has not made any progress in that direction for quite some time. Quills are stacking up, but they don't have a BKB or the God Strength on the Sven. Yeah. And Baboka comes in from the opposite side. He's got no mana. Poison Nova does get dropped pretty much just on him. They lose the Bristleback further down in the river. And
that really hurts.
That.
Otherwise, you're on.
Oh, and they.
Wow.
Okay, jumping for more.
You could end up being happy that they used Venom ult for just a Leshrac, but then you lose the Bristleback and. Oh boy, this is high ground.
Yep. Well, there you go. Gaining 195% additional attack damage, plus 271. They don't even have skeleton charges, but they have a Centaur Warrunner, so there you go. The other thing has got to be the duration. I know, jumps in on top of the AA, stun as well coming out from James. Now the kiting begins on this Sven. He does have the BKB, the boat's flying through, but still doesn't have the God Strength for 10 seconds. Centaur, always the target, boat stolen by James. Pushed back the other way. Eve, this is only his first life. They'll be back up soon. Can they re-engage? Nice torrent, but in comes the stomp. 1, 2, 3. Sven is brought down. Baboka also getting clicked. And Wraith King...
Stop staying in the tower.
Yeah, just could have stampeded out of the base, maybe. Nope.
He got cold feeded.
No, Force Staff. All right.
Well, they defended.
Yes, they bought back on the Ancient Bridge.
Oh,
Snipes.
From downtown! Missed.
No.
That was really close.
Brick.
Psych.
That was, I don't know if I'd say brick.
It's a backboard. It was close.
Brick is like a really strong way to miss a shot, though. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
Okay.
I didn't say airball.
All right, so Sven used 2 BKB charges in that whole sequence, and it really didn't feel like they did a whole lot. There was a lot of targeting the Centaur.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's been throughout the game.
I feel like 1, 2, 3 kind of got a gimme there.
At the same time, the Wraith King in this game does not feel like this invincible hyper carry.
No, that's true.
I don't think Aster's position is totally untenable for all that we were worried that CDEC would crush the lanes and run away with the game.
Wraith King does have a BKB now, though, and he's gonna have level 8. He's got level 18, so the 40-second cooldown ult. I feel like they can, like, he can die. They can stampede him out. He can come back in.
The problem they're having is that because of the Veno and these 2 huge, like, beefy cores in the front, you can't get to the Oracle Rubik.
Right.
Traditionally, like, they'd be a weak support duo. You could exploit their squishiness, kill them, but how do you actually find your way to the back line as Aster?
No, that's
just
a
not
really
possible.
important point. We're saying things like, oh, they go on the Centaur again, but that's
They can't get past
that's very
him.
much a forced error.
Yeah. Kunkka has a BKB, and now he's queuing up a heart. Oh, X. Blink away from the Centaur, but he's going to be right back. Does have the pipe, but I don't think it's going to be enough to save him. They focus him down very quickly.
Got him that time, that's for sure.
Yeah. He survived all those previous attempts and maybe thought, oh, yeah, I can go for this. Or I can outplay. But not going to happen. Okay, so that is going to end up being 2 for 2 on the bounties. He did actually, he got that bounty. But still probably not worth to die like that. BKB for your Leshrac.
Is this this is just an everybody builds BKB game, no?
Yeah, probably. Oh, Bristle's trying to go for a Lotus.
Well, yeah, you don't want to build BKB in Bristle.
Doesn't really make sense. But yeah, everybody else is going for it or already has it. Oh, Bristleback once again. Here comes the stolen boat. A little bit of damage. They're just chipping him. And what is Venomancer going for? He's just going for the full I am the most annoying hero on the map builds with the Heaven's Halberd. They do catch out the Rubik here. Could potentially keep him alive with the False Promise if needed, but doesn't actually have to go for it. Just keep him alive with the Edict.
Is that the Poison Sting talent? Holy crap. He did have...
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
He's so
slow.
slow.
It's so much slow.
They were talking about it earlier.
It's
Come on,
it's
Kyle.
really good.
I know, but it's just when you see it in front of you, it's
Yeah,
different
fair
than,
enough.
Then like
than
just the
hearing
number.
about it.
Yeah.
For 15 seconds, too.
Yep.
Yep.
29% slow
Oh my
for.
God. Because it's half damage on the wards, but not half slow, right?
Correct.
That's
Against melee heroes, it's so good. Here's Bristleback, 280 movement speed or something like that without face. Yeah, 291. It's like it takes their boots away.
Yep. Lift up onto the Sven. Can probably kite him. Decent chain stun. No opportunity to get this BKB off. Perfectly executed by CDEC. Now they pop the BKB, the Stampede, and they're going for it. Kunkka's looking for his opportunity, but he's already used the boat. So Bristleback, he looks tanky for now, but once that starts to wear out, he is going to start taking damage. They're looking for more on the back lines. Looks like they don't find anything successfully. Bristleback's reflecting stuff, but that is 2 big cores dead, and CDEC just keep on rolling. Another halberd being queued up.
They just have really good vision around the mid lane this whole time, too.
Yeah.
It feels like Veno just sits in a lane and is this like pushing force that Aster just can't really fight into.
And the vision as well, like the not only the actual wards, but the plague wards everywhere.
It's true.
Yep. How do you jump it?
That just makes the map feel that much more choked off. And Aster been playing on a short map the whole game.
With that, it might actually just be. We're not quite at GG just yet, but it's getting close.
Oh shit, this means if Aster loses, this is the last tiebreaker game,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
that's it.
That
And,
would be it.
I
Baboka
hadn't thought about that
dies
for
at
like
top.
10
Oh,
minutes.
man.
It was a scary like 5 seconds of trying to figure it out.
wait.
Oh no.
Oh, Sven found a DD. But where is he on this map? Oh, oh no. That's all right. Not only does he know that there's vision up here now, he no longer has the double damage. Oh, that feels so bad. Oh, and now he's okay. BKB's the Gale, trying to chase, Yules to dodge. They
Wait
are
a
just kiting
second.
this Sven everywhere. And another BKB getting
no.
forced out, so now he has to TP
Well.
home. Stampede to chase. Q's already been stung.
Better
Oh,
than dying, I guess.
they found the Bristleback. Hey, Bristle.
Definitely Lotus over buff. There we go.
There we are. And he's slowed. And A is dead. He was still
okay.
poison stung. And Bristleback's dead.
How is this team not better?
what?
Who?
Aster.
They're playing against dude. What
But
do you
you've
mean?
got
Do you know
all
how
season, you've got
impossible it is to play
XXS,
against
Baboka,
this?
and Q 3 through 5. I would have told you that 3 through 5. You pair
Dude.
them with any technically competent 1 and 2, and they'd be a great team.
They got Venomancer.
And they've just
skill
never-
Gap, the
Yep.
skill
I
gap
just
is
mean all. I
closed.
just mean all season long. I don't know.
I dig
Weird.
CDC's drafting, though.
Yeah,
the
they're
drafting today
yeah.
has been awesome.
They're one of the few teams, right? And CDC, along with IG, are the 2 teams that we've seen that.
Oh
really
no!
have
Oh
looked to
no! Is he
take
gonna get
control
X'd?
of the lanes?
Okay, all right. I saw Rubik steal X, and I thought he was gonna like. Oh, Kunkka lifted, just sitting here on the front lines. The damage over time slowly working him down. Baboka pops everything, charges in the middle of the enemy lineup, but Eve's got some right clicks for him. Needs to pop that stick so that he does get the reincarnation. He did go for the 2-time skeleton spawns. They
not
lose
even dying.
Baboka. Sven no longer BKB'd. He is dead. Wraith King's going to be back. Nice stun, but what's it actually going to do? Just get stolen by James. XXS is getting kited around in the middle of this fight. Ice Blast. That was as if they were going to retreat, and I think CDEC might not even have that plan. They did buy back on the Sven. Oh, XXS. We've seen this story before. Stun, into a stun, into another stun. Torrent to break it up a little bit, but he's dead.
God, they can't even kill the Veno anymore.
Just imagine XXS chat feels like you do in your pubs. He's like, what do I have to do to win a Dota game? I took 3 tier 1 towers by myself
you mean
as a
Baboka.
support. A Baboka, yeah. What
Yeah.
what do I have to do to win a
That's
Dota
true.
game?
Two-man
Nice
stop.
double stun.
Boat's coming through, but there's
They're
the
playing
Stampede.
so well.
Yeah, they really are.
Kama just getting right-clicked. 3 beefy heroes on the front lines. He just retreats back to the fountain. CDEC, this is their base now. Baboka, all right, BKB wearing down a little bit. They keep X-marking heroes as if it's going to set up for something. James jumps forward, brings down Q. And, oh, here we go. Retaliate again. You want to watch Centaur do some damage to this building?
Good lord.
Ugh.
Oh, want to watch Centaur do some damage to this Leshrac?
Wow.
They reflected the Stormhammer. They got that kill, actually. All right, James is down. Got hit by the cleave. Wraith King does have that second life. They're still pumping out heals. Oracle's still in the back lines, despite the Rubik already being dead. They are stacking up the goo. No. He's got BKB. Probably wait for the second life. Buyback on the Rubik. Wants to come in. Sven's already being kited a little bit. Does not have the BKB. He's just so slow. BKB Wraith King laying waste to everybody. They are going to save the Venomancer. Does he have enough heals? He can throw the Spirit Vessel onto himself. And now the Sven stomped, lifted, chain stun. He's going to die. Gets out a couple more auto attacks before his death, but GG has been called, and CDEC have done it. They are going through, and eHome also going to breathe a sigh of relief. We're done with tiebreakers. They're heading through as well.
Yeah, Aster's season is over. eHome hang on by the barest of margins. They were the 13th team out in the DPC system, first team left home, and they are still alive in their region.
It's not over yet, though.
Yeah.
Playoffs tomorrow.
Man, in one slot. That's brutal.
Yeah, I think we got the best 4 teams in the qualifier in the playoffs, though.
I think so,
IG
yeah.
and CDC looked really good today. RNG as well, and eHome very hit or miss, but we know the potential's
that's
there.
That's been since that mid-season form. That's been all. I'm not sure anybody can play with IG. I really like this IG roster.
You really like a lot of rosters, Alan.
Okay, fair enough. I'm a positive person, Kyle. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's check out the graphs and the numbers and stuff.
There's things to look. Actually, how little damage did Sven do that game? He got 12K done.
Yikes.
What about the
less
Veno?
than the Lesh? Veno had 31K, 31.7.
Okay, no. Look at the building damage.
Oh yeah, 48, 4.4K, 000.
That's Boboka. I'm sorry, dude. What do you, I don't know.
It was clever. It was a cute plan, but I mean they failed the bottom lane really hard. I think that was the big thing.
It's not just that. It's the Centaur hero still looks insanely strong, just possibly bordering on broken.
Yeah.
And it's this concept of if you can't kill the enemy team, if you can't get the targets you need to win fights, you just won't win the fights unless they make mistakes.
I think that's part of why Shadow Demon is becoming so popular. Because Shadow Demon can actually kill Centaur. Like you can get the points early into your Soul Catcher, take away 40% of his HP right away. You can disrupt to waste the Stampede. It's good.
I also just there have been so many drafts in games where we're seeing like 5 or more players build BKBs. There have just been so many drafts where there's nothing against spell immunity. It's just bizarre to me.
Yeah.
After watching the major where we've got Winter Wyverns and Shadow Demons in every freaking game, and the region that builds BKBs the most, there's no BKB breakers in these drafts. It's just very weird.
Agreed.
That's a really good point, yeah.
Can we I guess just pull up the standings? We can check out the playoff bracket.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
it.
that'd be
Let's
cool.
do it.
Let's do we have that?
It's IG versus eHome
Okay.
and Royal versus CDEC.
Okay, cool. Looking forward to those games.
Do you want to
Royal versus CDEC should be
There's no one else.
super good.
What?
Never mind.
So do we have? Is that it?
What do you mean? Yeah.
Like we look at this.
There you go.
There it is, guys.
I think IG destroys eHome based on the form that they've shown.
You cannot. I don't think you can predict that in TI quals. You never know who's going to show up. Today could have been a bad day.
Yeah,
It's a
I mean
long day for
you
eHome.
have Lanham on your team, right? Like that's
You're
your eHome.
8 coaching, don't you? I mean,
Yeah, but the last couple of months I've not been impressed with that. But I think that IG has just looked better than anybody else in these qualifiers. I think RNG and CDC is going to be super good. That's going to be a very early game oriented matchup. It's going to come down to laning phase execution and these mid game transitions that we talk about so much.
Yeah. So these games are going to be played concurrently tomorrow as well.
Oh,
So
what? They're going to be played concurrently?
Yeah. There's
What?
that's the last concurrency in the bracket.
Oh, I
I'm
see.
pretty sure.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah,
Because it
it's
is double.
necessary.
Yeah,
it is double.
so they
fine.
just play those semis concurrently, and then we have
everything
2 more
else is-
series,
okay.
and then
Yep.
everything else is
Yep.
is individual.
One
So
series.
it's just the semifinals, but if you guys want to watch that, you're going to have to watch one and then catch the VODs.
we
So-
get the which one are we doing? Do we know?
I do not know.
Do we get to pick?
I don't know. We can
Okay,
ask.
All right.
I think I know which one you would
Wait.
pick.
You guys hear that? Oh, it's someone's saying it's time to go.
Someone's saying, "Nah,
time-
stop
is it time to
talking."
leave?
Yeah, let's
It's,
Okay.
go.
I guess
Okay.
Resident
the
sleeper, come on.
the power bill or something.
Oh,
It's
okay.
very
Yeah.
expensive, so
Oh,
we got to
okay.
get these
Yeah.
lights off. Sorry, folks. We would have loved to stay and hang out with you all night. Oh, we did actually.
Oh,
But
too late.
Today,
All
in-
day?
In I think 4 hours. No, in 3.5 hours, you get the NA gang.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
3.5 hours, NA starts, so they'll be here. Until then, there's the secondary hub in EU out of Owen and Sheaves' house. They're live right now. You can go check that out. We're done. We're leaving.
Do you
and
wanna
we
stay,
really
No, we are sleeping.
no, we're leaving. Like actually, like bye.
Yeah,
Like
I'm out.
goodbye. Love
Alright.
you. Thanks.
Bye, guys.
We had fun. Playoffs tomorrow. See you then. 8 p.m. PDT. We'll get it kicked off with the TI9 Chinese qualifiers. But until then, sweet dreams. Stay hydrated. We love you.